Welcome to this Sunday's Gospel Reflection. After years searching for the truth, a man was directed to a well deep inside a cave which could give him an answer. When he found it, the well answered, "Go to the village market. There you shall find what you are seeking." And the man went there, and all he could find in the market were ordinary stalls selling ordinary necessities for life. You know, wood, metal, wire, and so on. But he was seeking for the truth. So greatly disappointed, he returned to the well, demanding an explanation. The well answered, "Someday, in due course, you will understand," and fell silent. For years, the man continued searching until he got tired and gave up on his search. One night he heard some beautiful harp music coming up from the far end of the village. He was enchanted by the heavenly music, got out of the bed, and walked towards the source of that music. A poor and tattered young girl was playing the most beautiful harp music he had ever heard. And as he watched her nimble fingers racing over the chords, he could not help realizing that the girl was making the harp's pieces of wire, wood, and metal sing the purity and splendor of the music of truth. What is truth? It is not what is before our eyes. Truth is what we discover deep within us, thanks to what is outside us. Truth can never be made up. It can never be controlled. It can never be possessed, constructed, produced by any of us humans, however intelligent, powerful, rich, or courageous we can be. Truth can only be discovered, received, accepted, embraced as a pure gift that we are given. We are today celebrating the feast of Christ the King. And spontaneously, what comes up in our minds and our psyches when we hear the word king? Is it not power, strength, orders, commands, money, palaces? A king has it all. He knows it all, does it all, decides it all. Isn't this why it is so difficult to find a king of this world who does not use his power, his riches to dominate and impose himself on his subjects? Is this the kind of king that Jesus is? Is he the Lord and Master of whatever happens? We like to think of him like that. But he is not an authoritarian dictator who has the last word on everything that happens, on everyone's life. Jesus answered to Pilate, who was the worldly king of the place, was, "My kingdom is not of this world." He did not deny he was a king, but a king in small letters, not a king in capital and big letters according to the world. He does not order things to become true. He simply gives witness to what is true. Jesus does not rely on power, force, control. He does not rely on money, armies, or politics to make things happen the way he wants. He does not make things come true, but he makes what is true become real. That is why he is the Lord of life. He is not the Lord of power that we would like him to be. In his kingdom, power becomes uncompromising faithfulness. Control becomes unconditional service. His kingdom is a heavenly, not an earthly kingdom. It is the power of a love that is strong, faithful, unconditional, and makes itself available always, in every way, to everyone. His kingdom is built on giving and not getting, on walking with and not competing against the others, on giving life to others rather than living at the expense of others. He is not the kind of king to decide anything for anyone. Do you want? That was his constant question to his disciples. If you want, he is a king who walks with and shares the journey of each and every one through thick and thin, taking upon himself the full truth of our lives, whether in pain, suffering, death, or in joy, love, and peace. He silently belongs to all and each one of us, holding our hands and sharing who we are and what we are living here and now. He never pushes us towards anything. He never decides for us. He never imposes. He just proposes. He does not manipulate the truth. He simply gives a humble but faithful witness to it. He is like that little girl with the harp. The music is not made by the wood, the metal, or the wire, but because the girl embraces the wood, the metal, or the wire and becomes one with them, her spirit becomes one and fuses with that wood, metal, wire, whatever it is, and all together they become heavenly music. Jesus is the heavenly King because he embraces the wood of the cross, the metal of the nails, the wire of the web of hatred and violence that engulfed him. Instead of being paralyzed and destroyed, his spirit transformed them into the greatest hymn of love to humanity, right in the depths of its misery, pain, and fragility. This is the supreme witness of truth with a capital T. There is only one transforming and life-giving power that can save us poor human beings from utter and painful destruction. It is the truth. The truth will make you free. And truth is always a person fully alive because that person is transformed by love. That is why Jesus described himself as the way, the truth, and therefore the life. We may have as many conferences we want about climate, as many parliaments we want passing on an infinite number of laws, an infinite number of leaders and rulers who are hell-bent on rising, grasping power for their own ambitions at the expense of those they are supposed to serve. They are all dictators with iron fists but feet of clay. They are all kings of this world, and their kingdoms are kingdoms of death. Let us bow our heads in silent adoration of this one single and saving truth. There is only one God, one true King, who is the one true love itself. Him alone shall we embrace and lovingly serve. Only then shall we truly live and give life. All the bits and pieces we seek and find in the market of life: wood, metal, wire, pain, pleasure, food, hunger, plenty, poverty, all of this and much more will be transformed into a heavenly music, an eternal dance of life, of love. No, we will not find the truth if we think we can possess it, manipulate, or even create it. We have just to let Jesus be the truth that will guide what we think, what we do, how we live. Only then will our life be transformed into an enchanting, heavenly song that is the real life we are so thirsty for. Jesus is our only and true King. God bless you. I'm not sure I'll be able to make these messages in the coming weeks due to my treatment and hospital. As soon as I am up and about, I will get in touch with you again. Thank you very much. Please pray for me. God bless you.